Welcome to my channel as I am narrating and sharing my story with you from childhood to the seemingly messed up young woman that some might think they see. I have covered my childhood. Please do check out that as well. Now, let me also share some things that bring a smile on my face, which was Easter celebrations. Yes, I do have a lot of positives. Happy listening. Easter in Maggie's childhood home was never just a holiday. It was a season. You could feel it before it arrived. The house would change first. Her mother would clean more thoroughly than usual, humming soft hymns under her breath as she wiped surfaces that were already clean. The curtains would be washed, the couch covers changed, even the air felt prepared. "This is a holy time," her mother would say. Holy did not mean quiet, it meant intentional. The week leading up to Easter was marked by fasting, not always strict, but deliberate. Less meat, more prayer, more scripture. Her father would begin referencing the cross more frequently in his sermons at home. The sacrifice, he would say, his voice slower than usual. The price that was paid. Maggie didn't fully understand it as a child, but she felt the weight of it. Good Friday was the heaviest day. The house would be quieter, no loud music, no unnecessary laughter. Even as a child, Maggie instinctively lowered her voice, as if heaven itself was listening more closely that day. They would go to church dressed simply, no bright colors, no distractions. Her father's sermons preached about sorrow, about nails, about sacrifice, about love that chose pain. Maggie would sit beside her mother, swinging her legs slightly, trying to imagine it. A love that hurt on purpose. It confused her, but it also shaped her, because in her mind, a quiet connection began forming. Love endures. Love sacrifices. Love stays. After church, they would come home and eat something modest, nothing celebratory. Good Friday was not for joy, it was for remembering. But Sunday was different. Sunday was alive. Maggie loved Easter Sunday. She would wake up to the smell of food already cooking. Her mother would be in the kitchen before sunrise, moving with a kind of energy Maggie rarely saw during the rest of the year. The house that had been quiet 2 days before now felt full, bright, hopeful. "Today we celebrate," her mother would say, smiling in a way that reached her eyes. Maggie would wear her best dress, not just clean, special, sometimes new. Her father's sermons changed too, from sorrow to victory. "He is risen," he would say, and the church would respond, "He is risen indeed." The energy was undeniable. People hugged longer, smiled wider, sang louder. Easter Sunday felt like proof that suffering had meaning, that waiting had purpose, that something good always followed something painful. And Maggie loved that. After church, the real celebration began. Family would visit, food would be shared, plates would be full in a way they rarely were the rest of the year. Chicken, rice, vegetables cooked slowly with care, sometimes even treats they didn't usually afford. Her mother would laugh more, her father would relax. For a moment, everything felt complete. Easter to Maggie was not just about religion, it was about togetherness, about warmth, about a kind of joy that felt earned. But university introduced her to a different experience of holy days. Her roommate, Grace, observed different celebrations. One afternoon, close to Easter, Maggie noticed Grace preparing differently. Her eating schedule had changed, her routines shifted. "What are you doing?" Maggie asked. "It's Ramadan," Grace said gently. Maggie had heard of it, but never this closely. Grace explained it simply: fasting from sunrise to sunset, praying more, reflecting, drawing closer to God. Maggie watched her carefully over the following days. Grace woke up before dawn to eat, went the whole day without food or water, still attended classes, still studied, still functioned. But there was something calm about her, disciplined, intentional. It reminded Maggie of Easter week at home, just different. One evening, Maggie sat across from Grace as she broke her fast. Dates, water, a quiet prayer before eating. "You don't find it hard?" Maggie asked. Grace smiled. "It's supposed to be hard." The answer felt familiar. Maggie nodded slowly. "I think we do something similar during Easter," she said. Grace looked interested. "Really?" Maggie found herself explaining. The fasting, the quiet, Good Friday, Easter Sunday. Grace listened attentively. "That sounds beautiful," she said. Maggie blinked slightly. Beautiful. She had never described it that way before. It had just been normal. For the first time, Maggie saw her own traditions through someone else's eyes, and something softened inside. Because for all the questions she had begun to carry, for all the quiet doubts about structure and control, there were parts of her upbringing that were undeniably rich. The discipline, the family closeness, the sense of meaning tied to ordinary things. Easter was one of them. It wasn't just doctrine, it was memory. It was home. When Maggie went home that Easter during university, everything felt both familiar and new. The same house, the same routines, the same smell of cooking that wrapped itself around like memory. But this time, she was seeing it differently. Not just as a participant, but as an observer. Her mother was in the kitchen again on Easter Sunday, moving quickly, efficiently. But this time she noticed something she had never fully seen before. Joy. Real joy. Not the quiet, controlled version she carried during the year, but something lighter, freer. "Mama, you've been cooking since when?" Maggie asked. Her mother laughed. "Since before you woke up." Maggie smiled. For a moment, the past and present sat side by side. The same woman who carried silent burdens also created moments like this. Moments of abundance, of warmth, of a kind of joy that felt earned. Her father came into the kitchen already dressed for church. "Today is a good day," he said simply. And for once, Maggie didn't hear it as a sermon, just a statement. Church that morning felt different too, not because it had changed, but because she had. She noticed the singing more, the unity, the shared belief that something bigger than all of them existed, that suffering was not the end, that hope was real. And maybe, just maybe, that belief had carried her family through more than she had understood as a child. After church, the house filled with people, laughter, conversation, plates passed from hand to hand, food shared generously. Maggie sat among them, watching, listening, feeling something she hadn't expected. Gratitude. Because despite everything she was beginning to question, despite the control, the silence, the unanswered questions, there had also been love. In the food, in the consistency, in the way her parents had tried, in the only way they knew, to build something stable. Later that evening, Maggie texted Grace, "How was your fast?" Grace replied, "Good, peaceful. Family came over too." Maggie smiled. Different faiths, different expressions, but something similar underneath. Discipline, family, meaning. And for the first time, Maggie allowed two truths to exist at once. Not everything she was taught was wrong, and not everything outside her world was dangerous. Some things were simply different, and still beautiful. Easter, she realized, had given her more than just doctrine. It had given her memory. It had given her family. It had given her moments where, even in a complicated home, joy was real. And that mattered.